Hello, and welcome to SAC News in Focus. I'm Fatima Garrita. Men's soccer is one of the most storied athletic programs at Santa Ana College. In their long history, the Dons have won 27 conference championships. They've been state champions 7 times, and Santa Ana has twice been national champions in 1999 and 2004, both teams undefeated. The 2004 Dons aren't too shabby either, enjoying their best year in some time. Just had a 6-game unbeaten streak broken against Saddleback. The Dons stand at 7-3-3 in conference and 9-6-4 overall. As they start to get ready for regional playoffs, it's a pleasure today to welcome SAC Student News in Focus, the assistant coach of SAC Men's Soccer, Colin Smith. What made you start coaching here at Santa Ana College?
I started coaching 3 years ago. The program was looking for an assistant with a specific in goalkeeping. The old assistant, Manny Hernandez, and I used to coach at the same club. He recommended me to Jose. I had an interview with Jose. 5 minutes into it, he said that he knew that there was something between us, and ever since then, I've been the goalkeeper coach for the program.
Right. Some of these guys have a future in soccer beyond SAC. Who are your star players on the squad?
Quite a few. We have our left mid, Miguel, has been unbelievable this season. He has 8 goals and 4 assists. We have an absolute rock in the back with Hera. He's, in my mind, the league's best player. Defensively, offensively, in terms of creating opportunities, he's incredibly strong. And you can't really have the team without mentioning Paul, our main forward, who has 10 goals this season so far, hopefully getting more, and going to be leading us into playoffs with a strong goal tally.
And how do you feel about this season overall?
Our season has had a lot of ups and downs. I think in terms of how we've played, we are by far the best team in the league. However, results differ, as this game is not about how you play, it's how you win games. I think that we struggled in the beginning, but we're finding our rhythm right at the perfect time, right entering the playoffs, and that's going to be great going in.
For example, the game versus OCC, the guys were down 3-2, and they came back from that. How did you guys feel about their dedication to still managing to look for the win?
I think that's the one result that I think changed the trajectory of how we were going to be. We were always a team that earlier in the season that relied on just winning, being in the lead ahead of time, and coming back against OCC, coming and getting that 4-3 victory was just the tip of what we could be. Because not only are we a team that can play beautiful football, beautiful soccer, but we can now fight from a struggling position and come back and win games. And our last 2-3 haven't been the prettiest, but the boys have really shown character, and I think that's going to be another thing leading into the postseason we're going to need a lot of.
And what do you feel like are the strengths and weaknesses of the Dons this year?
Our strength definitely is going to be in our ability to play. I think our back line is strong. How we move the ball, you don't see many other teams that move the ball like we do. Most teams are going to be very direct, but we can be direct. We can play possession. We can play counterattack. We can win balls in the air. We can finish low. I think overall our strengths with the ball are great. I think we have a problem closing out tight ones. More or less just when that team gets that final surge, can we close the team out?
Are you guys making the playoffs this year?
Yes, right now we are in about lower middle of the pack of playoffs. Depending on our result this coming Friday, we could be pushed higher into playoffs. But as it stands right now, we are definitely going to be in.
Okay, and you are the assistant coach of a playing legend here, Jose Vasquez. I think won a national championship here and coached one. What is it like to work with him?
It's been the most enjoying coaching experience that I've had. He's an incredible character. He leads from example. He's always shown me kind of the ropes. I know I'm a young guy and a young coach. He's shown me different styles of play, how I can adapt my own self, and he's been able to bring out my career both on and off the field in terms of how do I approach teams. So it's been an incredible opportunity working with him.
And how do you think he's influenced the players? Like him being a professional soccer player, how do you think the players see him?
The players definitely look up to him. It has a different sense than me and the other assistants. They definitely look up to him as the senior man, the top guy. He's knowing that he's played at the level that all these players want to reach. Advice, guidance for them is just like you couldn't pay for that kind of stuff, and especially being able to work with that on a daily basis. It's great.
How's the recruiting system at Santa Ana College for the men's soccer?
The recruiting system, it's a 6-man system. So how it is Coach Balde and I do a lot of the main recruiting for the squad. I specialize in goalkeeping. Balde will specialize in players, but we have 3 other assistants, Coach Tony, Coach Frank, and Coach Jose Suarez, that also do recruiting in the local area. Jose, Balde, and I, when we feel like we've got a special talent, we'll all link up and meet at a game together and go find a kid that we think is special. But for the most part, we'll typically handle certain areas, as we all come from different parts of the area. As he's more closer to Huntington Beach, Jose is closer to Huntington Beach, Balde is closer to Anaheim, and I'm closer to Mission Viejo, Rancho Santa Margarita. So we'll handle specific areas.
All right. And one last question: when are tryouts, and how does that manage in for the season?
So for tryouts, we'll have what we call like open. It's open to the public. We'll have spring training, which any player or any student can sign up for. Majority of the time, it is going to be the returners, and it's going to be guys that we are going to be looking to recruit who are potentially older but not playing college anywhere else. So if any student is interested, it's as simple as signing up for the soccer class in the spring. From there, if we really think there's potential with you, we'll move you into the summer class. And hopefully, if you do well there, it progresses into fall, and then when you're in the fall team, you're in the team for the season.
Right. And are you guys hoping to win first place this season?
For playoffs, we're definitely going to be pushing for the championship. League this season is just out of reach, unfortunately for us. But we have the squad, we have the style, the personalities, the coaching staff to definitely take the team deep into the season. Now it just comes down to, can we put these teams away?
And do you have a good feeling about playoffs?
I feel fantastic about playoffs. I think, unfortunately, this season's been a weird one where we've not done exceptionally well at home like in previous years. But seeing that we'll be traveling for quite a few of the games, I think that actually goes to our benefit than to our detriment.
Okay, and just one last question. You as a coach, how does it feel to be working with so many young students and everything? Do you think you have an influence on them?
Definitely. I think the benefit for a coach like me, maybe even Coach Balde, Coach Suarez as well, is that we are young guys that are almost fresh out of the game. We were in college soccer maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so the game hasn't changed that much within that time. So we're able to get a better connection with the guys coming off the current roster with how the current game is being played, while having Jose, Coach Frank, Coach Tony giving the experience of like how you need to adapt both the current and the old styles into the game.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us in this edition of In Focus. We are certainly wishing you the best against Cyprus this Friday, and hopefully in playoffs you guys do well, and you guys bring some hardware back to SAC.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I was gonna say, how long do we think?